Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the Tier 9 French Premium Light Tank, the Fraternite Char MLE 75. Now if you do like the video, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, as it really does help out the channel. And yes, the Fraternite. What's it like? Well, it's a pretty decent light tank, and it's definitely a pretty nice assassin. The tank actually has two different gun choices, although you're only going to see one of them in this video because I just used the one gun. I don't really use the meme gun. And that is because you have a meme 100mm gun, which has 200 penetration on its standard AP, with 240 penetration on its APCR rounds, and you're going to load full gold in that tank with that gun, trust me. And that's a meme gun because it's a burst gun, and that is you pull the trigger and it will fire 3 shots, and then have an intra-clip reload and fire another 3 shots. And you cannot stop it from firing the 3 shots, you know, because it's a burst. And that gun can be absolute memes. It really can, with how fast it puts the shots out, because it goes boom, 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 like that, right? But this gun that you're seeing here on this replay and in the next one are definitely the more competitive gun to take. It's definitely a gun that I do enjoy using. It's a 6-shot autoloader for 270 damage, which has 232 standard penetration and 263 penetration on its APCR round, which means, like I say, because you've got this really big clip, you can be that assassin and you can put out the damage really, really quickly with it. It does have a 3.5 second intra-clip reload, which is a little bit long, but on the whole, if you're keeping yourself at distance and keeping yourself at your camo distance, you spot the tanks, pull back to a position where you can stay stealth while you fire, you'll be able to put out a lot of hurt very, very quickly. It's also very good at getting the kills out. And as you can see, going in on this Kirovets one, who just didn't bother with us at this point, you can really put the hurt in, come in, go, hello, Mr. Heavy Tank, and assassinate as we finish off this poor guy. And the penetration, like I say, is really good for a light tank, really, at 232 on the standard and 263 on the APCR. The shell velocity on the standard AP is 1050. The APCR velocity is 1350 meters a second, which is really, really good. You're not really going to carry any HE rounds on this tank, although the penetration is 53, and that is, yeah, that's pretty much why, because it's 53 penetration, and yeah, you're not really going to do much with that, so there's no point spending the 26.74 second reload with the build that we've got. No point spending that time reloading a HE clip, if we're perfectly honest. This tank does get 2 modes. It gets a travel mode and a... I don't know what to call it. It's got the travel mode and the attacking mode, maybe? I don't know. It's similar to the Wheelie Boys in that regard, and the CS63, the turbo, you know, where you get better top speed, but your gun handling gets worse. And I think on this one, it's actually something weird as well, like you get worse camo when you're in the speed mode too. Yeah, there's some funky mechanic with it in that regard. But we're up to 1342 damage, and this tank is a little bit weird because it does have a really good track traverse of 41.8, but because you are a fairly long tank, it feels like it doesn't turn very quickly. And because it's such a big tank as well, it's actually quite... It's not the tallest, but it's quite long. You do tend to catch shots very, very easily, which is very, very awkward for you in this vehicle. As you've just seen, we just ended up getting spotted by the tortoise, and he laughed at us, which is a sad, sad time. But yeah, oh, ricocheted a shot. That's really fortunate. But yeah, so this tank does catch a shot, so it's a little bit awkward to play actively, which is why I say you play it more like that active assassin, right? You spot someone, you go in to try and murder them with your really, really nice clip, just like any conventional autoloader. So what do I run in terms of a crew and equipment on the old Fraternite? I run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Camouflage Expertise, Muffled Shot, Steady Aim, Snapshot, Run and Gun. The 3 gun perks will make this gun as good as possible, because you do get the accuracy down to 0.31 with this setup, and the accuracy during rotation and movement at 0.5 and 1.79, which is really good with these gun perks. And then the camouflage, as good as you can get it with the camouflage expertise and the muffled shot, so that you can try and stay unspotted when you're taking shots like this at the tortoise. And then in terms of equipment, I run the traction system, the camo net and optics traction system to be able to get myself up to 66 kilometers an hour and get that hull rotation speed even higher. The camo net to make the camo on this tank fabulous, which is down to 267 meters of still concealment, and and the optics to get the view range up to 486 meters of view range, which isn't the best for a light tank realistically, but it's still good enough to be able to outspot things and get good spotting out where you want it, as well as having, you know, the pretty damn good concealment. Because your accuracy during rotation is 0.5 and your accuracy during movement is 1.79, to be honest, the accuracy on this gun is good enough that you do not need the gun stabilizer to help it out while you're on the move. It is pretty good even without it. So yeah, you don't really need the gun stabilizer that much, if I'm honest. Your aim time is 2.58 seconds, though, with the build we've got, which is a little bit slow. So when you are having to aim it does feel like it takes its time sometimes, but you just have to put up with it. And 8 degrees of gun depression is really nice, and that will help you on a ridgeline as well, which is, you know, quite good for the vehicle. With that 54.3 degrees a second turret rotation speed, by the way, that means your turret is ridiculously fast to get the gun snapped on target, which is definitely great for the vehicle. So this first replay, we are on Corellia, and so far we've managed to get 3 kills with 2.3k damage and 2.1k assistance. We managed to play the BCD line quite well, get spots out on the people that are in their base, and then use the autoloader to our effect, and also spot the people that were camping in the middle. Like this tortoise, for example, who we've managed to find again, and I'm hoping my TDs will start to put some shots in and give me some juicy assistance, which they do. I was just trying to keep him lit up so he didn't disappear, and the M103 managed to shut down the tortoise there. We're just going to try and use our mobility to get some cover between me and the tanks that could be looking at me towards their base. They've tried to take a shot at us and missed. It is like a 705 and a E75 as well. But now we're in a position where we might actually be able to get some cheeky shots into them as they cross. And there's the 705. It's like, hello, Mr. 705. Thank you so much for driving out. We have switched to the APCR rounds, not just because we would probably struggle to pen an E75, for example, with our standard, but because, well, look at our rounds. We've got 9 rounds of AP left, and I didn't want to have that awkward situation where you load, because you're not really paying attention enough, where you load the clip of like 2 rounds and spend the whole 30 seconds reloading, or 27 seconds reloading it, you know. So we're now going after 257. It's like, hello, Mr. 257. I can kill you in 2 shots. Oh, no, I can't, because I've bodged it. We did manage to track him, though, which meant that I was pretty confident that he was not going to be able to turn around and get the gun on target onto us, because his gun was pointed in the air. But now we are reloading our clip. We're just like, nope, Mr. 257, I'm running away, look. Look at me, I'm running away. I'm definitely not going to come back and shoot you again. No, sir. That is not me. Not me at all. We're up to 3.3k damage with 3k assistance with the 4 kills. Now our clip's nearly reloaded. We've got a 50 TP with us. It's like, let's go after this 257. He's surely going to have run off the other way, right? No, he's still looking this way, which is awkward. We get lucky. We get very lucky because the SU-130 and the 257 both missed, and we managed to kill them both, which is great. We secure the top gun. Now got a shot towards the T-54. It's like, Mr. T-54, come on, please give me a shot. I know I can go after this T-54 because he will not kill me in 1 shot unless he extremely high rolls. He's in the low ground, which is making it awkward for my team. Get the RBRT in, and we shut down that T-54 for our 7th kill of this game. This game with a really nice help there for the Fraternite with the victory. 7 kills, 3.5k damage, 3k assistance, the 7 kills. Devastator Top Gun, the first class, with 1910 basic experience. Nice game there for the old Fraternite, and we did get very, very fortunate there to survive that, because that could have gone quite badly. Both the SU-130PM and the 257 could have quite easily just gone, I really don't think so, kablappo, and we would have died. But we got lucky that we didn't get shut down. And we're on to the second replay. Second replay, we are on El Alamein, and we are using the speed mode right now to be able to use the great top speed that you're seeing here in the speed mode of 81, 82 kilometers an hour. It is extremely quick. Be careful, though, because this tank is very easy to roll in this speed mode, okay? And we are on the move. We are trying to get to this position here at F6 so that we can spot out the enemy team and get some cheeky early shots before they cross into the safety of J4. We are detected, though. We did get spotted instantly by something. There is a light tank somewhere that managed to catch a glimpse of us, but we are not currently spotting anything that is crossing, and that's probably what was spotted us there, the G-Saw. And it's like, where's the enemy team? Where are they? Why am I not spotting them? Please. Heavy tanks, where are you? You normally cross this gap. I want free damage, bros. And there we go, we managed to light up a double tap, which we're going to poke over, get a shot in, and we didn't get, I expected to get spotted there. We didn't get spotted, so we decided to put another shot in. We tried to track him there so that we could get 3 shots in. We still have the rear, which the shot flies true as well. This guy isn't managing to find a safe spot. We can just see the cupolas on top of him, so we put a shot into him, and yeah, he's dead there. That guy could not get safe from us. We managed to get 1,061 damage with the 679 assistance as well on that guy from the SDRV 103B shooting him. We're still not spotting anything else. I'm thinking there's surely got to be some stuff over here, right? So we're going to push forward, see if we can see anything. Once again, I'm not changing into the travel mode because my camo does get worse in that mode. And we've managed to spot a Death Star that's sitting at the back, which is good. We've gone for a full reload so that, you know, I'm ready to go and clip something out. And we are spotting these TDs, which is good for our team, because both of these TDs are starting to take hits. We've pushed ourselves up to 2.3k assistance, and now our team knows if they were to pull forwards, they'll probably get blapped for over 1,000 by either one of those TDs, realistically, because, you know, the Tyrann does roll for over 1,000 quite often, too. And yeah, we're now in a position where I kind of want to get shots at this T95 E6 if I can. There's every possibility that he probably won't spot because of how far he is away. If he gives me a shot, I'm probably not going to get spotted. Unless one of the TDs does poke up onto that ridgeline and I cannot see that. So we actually have the shot into the side of the T95 E6. He's not the one to spot me because the Tyrann actually poked back up on top of the ridge. We managed to spot him as he fired, but he also managed to spot us. We are still detected, though, and this makes me go, no, not my hit points, don't do it. So we're trying to tuck in as much as we can to the rocks as we were moving, even though we got unspotted, just so that if they decided to blind fire, we weren't going to take a free hit. I'm now thinking of the guys that were spotted down at D8-9, and I'm thinking, can I get any shots into the A-line peeps and see if I can find these people? And there's the 279 here, and that's awkward. It's like, that's not good for me. He puts a shot in, and I think, well, the only way to get rid of this 279 here, I still have the clip, right? I can get rid of him if I get the clip in, so let's get after him. But his track traverse is way better than mine. You can see I cannot get round him, and this makes it exceptionally awkward. He's missed one shot already. We do manage to finally get round him, though. Put one shot into his side. He puts another shot into us, getting us down to a one-shot. Hopefully we can finish him off with the next shot in our clip, and we do get rid of him. You saw how awkward this tank is trying to take on something else, though, with that track traverse. We just couldn't get round the 279E. We had to use the handbrake. We had to apply the handbrake to be able to get that extra little bit of maneuverability in the turn to be able to get round that heavy tank, and we managed to use the clip to good advantage. But sadly, that's put us down to a one-shot for pretty much everything in this game, probably bar that G-Saw, realistically. We've loaded APCR because, once again, I want to make sure I've got 260-odd penetration for some of the really heavily armoured tanks that I was thinking of going off after, because there's heavy tanks at B6 that I was thinking of going after next. But we have managed to catch out this G-Saw, and we're just now clipping him out. And good night, Mr. G-Saw. That's their light tank gone, which is always great. And now we can go after the 268 version 4, which is one of the other reasons I've loaded APCR, because my standard round is going to struggle with the 268 version 4. But we get detected as we poke up on that ridgeline, and I'm pretty sure that that was the Tyrann or the Death Star that was looking towards me. And again, I don't want that. I was looking towards our base to see what those guys that were at B6 were doing, and thankfully they are dying, so we don't have to suffer that too, well, we don't have to deal with that too much. We're up to 2.8k damage, 2.3k assistance, and there's 9 tanks left on the enemy team. So what we're going to do is try and get up behind, I'm deciding what do I do? Do I try and get up behind these 2 TDs, or do I try and get up behind the TDs that are camping at K56, try and find their artillery and eliminate it? So we actually get up behind the E4 here, managed to use the ridgeline here to get high enough to be able to see them, and we shut down the E4, because this way we could obviously help our tanks against the TDs that were pushing towards the base, get shots into their side, while also progressing my fight and moving down towards their base. So we end up finding the 261, and it's like, hello, Mr. 261. So what I'm going to do is move a good distance away to where I still will be able to shoot this 261, but not get spotted. So we get a shot in that tracks the 261. He's screwed, and we're now going to keep pummeling the shots in to manage to try and finish this guy off. I was thinking about going for the next tracking shot into the 261, but because of how close to the ridgeline his track was, I didn't want to risk the accuracy of the gun hitting the ridgeline, because I wouldn't be able to finish him off in that case. And thankfully there was too much ground for that 261 to cover, and we managed to get rid of the artillery threat, which is always great when you get rid of the piggy. So we're up to 4,043 damage with 2.6k assistance, which is, 6.6k combined so far, which is great. But this game is far from won. It really, really is. We get spotted there, and it's like, was that the Turan? The Turan managed to poke up and spot us as we crossed. They've got a TD at E1. They've got a medium tank at D3. They've got the Turan in the middle, and there's the Waffle Panzer IV. So we get a shot towards the Waffle Panzer IV, which spots us as well. We're going to get another shot in blind and pull back behind the ridgeline where he can't quite find the shot. We've got to be very, very careful here because, like I say, naturally, we are a one-shot for everything. And while I'm spotted, I'm going to reload because now I've got the perfect 12 rounds for a clip. Make it look like I'm running the other way. And we're going to swivel, swivel, swivel and turn back and go this way up onto the ridge lines at K5. I'm really hoping to catch that Waffle Panzer IV out. I'm really hoping that he thinks I'm running away, running the opposite way, and doesn't expect me to just appear over here. We actually end up... Oh, he spots us just as we make that cross, which is really awkward. We're going to use the ridgeline, though, to try and get some free shots into him, because naturally he's on the move, which is going to make it very, very awkward for that guy to get shots into us. And he ended up missing one. And again, we get 2 shots towards him. But sadly, it just misses. Again, that's the power there from the Waffle Panzer IV of the fact that I can pen that guy very, very easily, but he just kept moving to make it exceptionally awkward for me to shoot him. So we take the risk because we are hull down here. We're presenting a very, very small target towards this Waffle Panzer IV. We get lucky that the Turan missed us. I thought that the Turan being spotted was going to be going after the medium tank that was chasing after him, but he wasn't, so we get very lucky that that guy missed us. And we put the final shells into that Waffle Panzer IV that we should have been able to kill, but RNG said no. And he's got 1 hit point and a dream, which is a sad time for us because I thought, well, this Waffle Panzer IV is dead now with this clip. No, RNG had other concerns for that and said, no, he's going to live. We come out over the ridge line. I thought, yes, I've got you. We hit the ridge, but thankfully the second shell hits it. RNG just again went, we're going to give this guy a chance to kill you, friend. And we went, no, not today, sir. And we finished the game with 5 kills, 5.6k damage, 2.6k assistance, the ace tank of the high caliber, with the 2082 base XP. A really nice game there for the Fraternite Char MLE 75. A really damn solid tier 9 premium light tank, and you can have quite a bit of fun with it. Whether you use the mean gun, which it can be funny for sure, or this gun, which is definitely the best gun to use on the old tank. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.
A great success!